block, back with another YP classic, man. And like I said, salute to everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, man. If you're new to the channel, subscribe now. And make sure you turn the notification bells on so you're notified when we drop this fire. You already know the vibe.
During an interview, not only coinciding with the misinformed, notion that Christianity was started in Egypt in regards to the question that was posed in by the interviewer, but given the most ridiculous, freestyle, intellectual answer you can give. Now, before I play the clip, I have to say this, okay? I can't even wait to the higher perspective. I have to say this. Everybody is not an intellectual. Everybody's not well-read and well-researched. We have to stop accrediting people, specifically black people, okay? I'm talking black people. I'm tired of y'all thinking that age makes you know what you're talking about. It does not make you know what you're talking about. Just because you're a certain age, okay? So we're not respecting nobody's mind when they assert it incorrectly just because of their age, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to play this clip, and then I'm going to give the correction, and then I'm going to give the higher perspective on this clip. And so that being said, as we always do, family, we pull it up. Ready? Here we go, and bam.
As an African American, there is this false narrative that says Christianity was brought to Africa through colonization, which is far from the truth.
So untrue. It existed centuries. In the northern sub-Saharan parts of Africa, there were men and women that were following the faith that now we call Christianity. And even in the ancient city of Alexandria, which is the most educated of the ancient world at that time, having the most expensive library at the time, the disciple Mark started his first church in Alexandria. And so you look at all of the influence that Africa had. It came because we're practicing what is now considered Christian beliefs in the faith of Jesus Christ.
All right, now let me, woo. I couldn't wait riding on my horse on this one, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm ready. When I first seen this, I was peep game. First of all, many things are wrong with what he said, okay? Let's just break this down. There was no Christianity in Africa. Stop saying that. No, there was not, okay? There was no Christianity in Africa. Please stop saying that. Now, let me tell you, I have to say that before I even bust him down with facts. I'm tired of black people trying to make all of their wrongful actions excusable because they're black, okay? It's just like gangbanging and selling drugs. Y'all have made that just a black thing, so it's okay. Nigga, that's not okay. Christianity, Jesus was black. No, he wasn't black. He was invisible. He didn't exist. What? It's just like y'all try to make King James black. No, he wasn't. He was a homosexual European man, okay? Niggas even try to make Santa Claus black. Okay? Stop trying to make things black to give it validity in regards to its fictitious foundation of existence. It's not going to make it exist just because you try to put it on us, okay? It's not. And so with that being said, let me jump in and prove why there was no Christianity in Africa. A lot of y'all going to sit here and jump in these comments and run your mouth about the Council of Nicaea and blah, 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 325 okay? Let me let y'all know that that's not even when Christianity started, okay? Christianity wasn't even started until 5th century AD. I mean, excuse me, not Christianity. The word Christ wasn't started until 5th century AD, okay, during the Council of Ephesus. Okay? That's when the word Christ was introduced. At the Council of Nicaea is when Catholicism was being created. Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Christian not created until the 1500s during whatchamacallit, the Protestant Reformation, when Martin.
Behind every great video is a winning script.
Posted a 90-something page argument against the Catholic Church. Martin Luther started the protest of the Catholic Church in regards to the notion of the Pope, who believed themselves, as well as they still do today, to be the visitor of Christ, aka sitting in the seat of Christ on earth until Christ returns. And so this argument led to them protesting the Catholic Church, hence Protestant. And then Queen Elizabeth, you know, according to history, had Queen Mary killed. Okay, Queen Mary was pro Catholicism. Once Queen Mary was assassinated, Queen Elizabeth inherited the throne, and then she ordered King James to revise the Bible, okay, so that they can use the newly formed religion of what you call Christianity and as a means of conquest and crusades, okay. So with that being said, when y'all keep saying Christianity, you can't find Christianity nowhere in Africa. Now, here's one more point that I want to make. Difference between, because everybody always keeps saying Christianity is in Africa. Nobody never asks, well, if Christians use the Bible and Catholics use the Bible, why do Catholics view Jesus as a goddamn baby? And why do Christians view Jesus as an adult? I'll tell you, during the Protestant Reformation, what did they reform into? They reformed into Christians. They started protesting the Catholic Church, and then they reformed into Christian. The word Christian comes from the French word Christian, which means a fool or a stupid person, because the Catholics was considered Christians to be stupid or foolish for going against the Pope. This is all logical. Look it up. Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Show me in Africa a picture of a grown-ass Jesus. White or black. You're not going to find one. You're not going to find one, okay? You're not going to find one, okay? There was no picture of an adult Jesus until the 1500s when Caesar Borgia, who was the, if that's how you say his name, Caesar Borgia, who was the Pope of who was the son of Pope Alexander II, okay, was painted. It was Caesar Borgia, excuse me, whose image is being used today as the image of Jesus that you worship. Now, why is this important? Not only was Caesar Borgia a criminal and a homosexual, but these two things are totally in contradiction to what you believe Jesus stood for. So you're worshiping the image of a homosexual criminal, which is a complete contradiction of what you religiously believe. Now, why is this important? Before I continue to bust down Kirk Franklin, these are things that Kirk Franklin, how do you know these things? You a grown-ass, silly-ass man, okay? What are you talking about? Okay, so touching on some more silly ass shit, this nigga Kirk Franklin, he said the disciple Mark, his first church in Alexandria. Now, first of all, the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ is just the 12 zodiac signs, okay? Holy in the Bible means Helios. I mean, holy in Greek means Helios. Bible in Greek means Biblios. Helios is son, Biblios is book. The Bible literally means a Masonic book used to secretly communicate, but I mean, used by them to secret between one another the events which are taking place in our time continent astrologically. So the 12 disciples are Jesus Christ zodiac sign. This is why Jesus Christ always told disciples, when you go to this specific location, there'll be a man bearing a pitcher of water. And that's because we're in the age of Pisces now. If you look at Aquarius, which is coming after Pisces, which is where we're going now, the age we're going into now, the symbol for Aquarius, now water. And so, first of all, what Kirk Franklin has a duty to do is to even prove that the disciple Mark existed or that he was a tangible man, let alone to try to associate or associate him with a church. And even though, okay,
calling all faith.
This story regarding Mark is being told is used by Catholics. Okay, they say the Catholics believe that this was the first pope. If you go trace all of the Catholic popes, they back to this disciple. Why is this important? This is still not Christianity. If anything, you're proving Catholicism, even though none of this shit happened. If you're proving Catholicism started in Africa, you're not proving that Christianity started in Africa. Even though none of this shit that I just said happened, is all allegorical and Freemasonic, and it's about astrology. None of this stuff actually happened. Continuing on, Jesus Christ comes from Serapis. Okay, the only person the first person to start a temple in in the area of Egypt was the Ptolemies. Okay, Ptolemy wanted to become an African god, and the Egyptians denied him that. They would not create a deity to represent him. Okay, was he took the deity Osiris, and he took whatchamacallit, the Buddha deity from Egypt, and he created Osiris. Okay, and then they took Osiris, after a while, Osiris out of Osiris, and then they just kept it Serapis. Okay, and then they worshipped Serapis. So when you go to church and you in that little ritual called the Eucharist or communion, when you eat the flesh and drink the blood, this is what the Ptolemies made the black Egyptians do in that area during this time. Ptolemy's grandson. So Ptolemy the third. So when Ptolemy, who was the grandfather, okay, became Osiris, when he died, his son built the temple, okay, to have his deity worship. And then his son had a son, and his grandson introduced the Eucharist ritual, and he forced the Egyptians to drink blood in honor of his grandfather. So this is why in in Catholicism and then Christianity, they say the Father and the Son is one, because it's really Ptolemy the first and Ptolemy the third, granddad and grandson, Osiris and Serapis. So Serapis and Osiris, aka Ptolemy, is really God and Jesus. This is what y'all understand. So Serapis, okay, was reconformed and reconstructed, okay, into Christ, okay, because Serapis was shipped all the way up into the Council of Nicaea. And then when they got to the Council of Nicaea, okay, Constantine said, we're not using that deity. We don't care nothing about it. They started mixing and matching and freestyling cultural icons. They took, what's his name? Cupid, who at the time was Eros. Eros was a little boy erotic deity. Go look up the word Eros. It's etymologically rooted in the word eroticism, okay? Because a little boy in ancient Greek culture was considered a sex symbol, because ancient Greek culture was politically homosexual. So they took Eros and they took the goddess Venus, okay? And then from Eros, okay, they got baby Jesus, Virgin Mary, okay? And then when Martin and them boys and Queen Elizabeth started to protest Catholicism, they said, we don't want to use the image of Eros and Venus, aka baby Jesus and Virgin Mary. We need a
Tell me what y'all thinking about this, man.
all the way out of here. So then that's when they took Caesar Borgia and they had an artist construct Jesus based off of his image, and this is the Jesus that y'all all worship today. So get the fuck out of here. And
powerful bill, man. Take time, like that channel, like that, man. He's dropping some gems right now, though.
Kirk Franklin just said,
do y'all agree? Let me know.
Only thing he did was falsely prove, not factually, because none of that shit happened. But the only thing he did was falsely prove that Catholicism existed in Africa. He's not proving Christianity. Nobody gonna sit here and tell me Christianity was here before Catholicism. That's not what you're gonna tell me. The Catholic Church was here before so how did Christianity beat Catholicism to the world when Christianity worships a grown Jesus and Catholicism worships the baby Jesus? You got the grown Jesus from the baby Jesus. That's just simple. I don't even got to go to history. I don't even Holy Crusades. I don't even got to go to the Luciferian doctrine. I don't got to go to none. I got to go to none of that. I don't got to go to the battle of the Byzantine Empire versus the Ottoman Turks. I don't got to go to none of that. Just the image of Jesus Christ shows you one came before the other. That's common life sense. A child comes before a dog. Duh. You think the Catholic Church think Christians and say, oh, no, we want to make Jesus back into a baby? No. So what is the point of this video? I did an entire lecture exposing Christianity and exposing Catholicism. You can watch both them lectures on my website, youngpharaoh.net. Go subscribe. And both them lectures are edited, and both them lectures are like 3 hours plus, but I put up at least an hour of random edits on my YouTube page, Young Pharaoh. So go subscribe to my Young Pharaoh website and my main channel. But the point I want to make is this. This is when we have a problem and we have an issue in the community. When people are a certain age and they think that they know what they're talking about just because they're a certain age, that's what grinds my gears. And the reason that this has to be, refuted and checked intellectually stern in the most intellectually stern manner possible is because people are going to watch this and they're going to believe that. Now, I guarantee you, if you was to ask Kirk Franklin, because remember, they never found no bodies of anybody in the Bible, no physical, anthropological, genetic, bacterial, on any level of science, have any remains been found for any biblical characters, okay? If you ask Kirk Franklin, if I would have been there and I'd ask Kirk Franklin, can I get a reference for that? What you just said, I guarantee you the reference to the Bible. So I'm tired of people keep trying to use the Bible to prove the Bible. You cannot do that, okay? You can't go to court and they say, well, why would you tell us? You can't say, well, because that's gang culture. You can gang culture to justify gang culture. You can't use the Bible to justify the Bible. That's the case. Harry Potter exists. And when somebody asks me how, I'm going to say, well, because Potter and the Cobble of Stone on page 87, it say he was flying on a broom. What? That doesn't validate the existence of Harry Potter. And so I'm tired of y'all, okay, I'm tired of keep going down this lane with y'all. Ain't y'all supposed to be grown? Act like it. And so that being said, before I even, when the end opened her mouth and herself an African American, I already knew. Ain't nobody in their right mind who actually studies history that's black gonna refer herself as an African American, okay? I would have rather she called herself either African or Aboriginal, okay? I even go for that we the Indians. I go for that. You're not gonna call yourself no African American. What? What are you talking? Nobody who's really actually well versed in history is gonna call himself an African American.
You already know, man, this is a powerful build, man. Like this video, when you like the videos, you help us to grow. You help our videos to get out, and that's what I asked for. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to bring you nothing but great content. Let's get back into YP.
Said that, I already knew. Here comes some stupid ass black history course from college taking ass interviewer lady who thinks she knows what she's talking about and she don't. And then here comes some nigga who don't know if he a Christian, don't know if he not, don't know if he believe in Jesus one day, don't know if he do. And now this nigga want to become a historian. So we got, nigga historians running all around the goddamn country. And that's why, that's one of the big problems why we stay ignorant, because shit, don't research it, don't fact check it, and we just assume that it's right because an adult said it. And so that being said, family, there's a lot of adults running around, especially the black community, that are really children in their mentalities, and you need to grow up, period. And the way that you grow up is stop acting like a child and taking everything on face value and actually reading and researching for yourself. Now, the higher perspective to this is this: Jesus is not real. Get over it, okay? Get over it. Religion is man-made and is used by the to cause confusion as well as a control medium for the rest of us out here who actually are trying to live a righteous and decent and free, energetic life. And with that being said, that's the truth. And it's nothing but the truth. So I have nothing positive for you to this video outside information, because we don't play incorrect information at all. Information is important because it forms your inner self. And so I must come and do you a righteous deed by, if nothing else, giving you something to go research for yourself behind the misinformation, okay, that Kirk Franklin so willingly and ignorantly put out as if he knew what he was talking about. If Kirk Franklin disagrees with me, I will gladly debate Kirk Franklin on this subject matter. Gladly. And with that being said, family, I love y'all. Peace.
That was a powerful build, man. Tell me what y'all thinking about that. Do y'all agree with Young Pharaoh? Do you agree with Kirk Franklin's comments? Tell me what y'all agree with. Some points I do agree with. Some I don't. I most definitely don't. But like I said, I'm not here, we're not biased. So I'm up for y'all opinions and y'all comments, whether you think they're good or bad. They're all good here. You know what I mean? I'm not judging anybody. So if you think that you're coming in here and you're saying something wrong, you're not. Whether it's an opinion, you feel it about me, you feel it about whoever, doesn't matter. That's your opinion, and that's why we have one. This is America, or whatever country that you're in. You have your own opinion. And that being said, this is your boy Uda from the block. Like I said, again, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the likes and all the subscriptions. Subscribe to the channel. You know, y'all already helped me reach a milestone already. Just within the last few weeks, I reached a milestone in YouTube just through all of your support. And I could not have done that without y'all. For more great content, plus more dope YP videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bells on so that you're notified when I drop new content. I don't want y'all to miss that. I have so much dope things going on. It's new music. I have so much things going on. I have just so much content. Have your pick. Subscribe to the channel and check it out. You already know the vibe.